Alrighty, hello everyone, my name is Kit, and today I want to tell you about how the multi-module project works in the Korge multiplayer project. So I just wanted to make this video to record my learnings about this Gradle stuff, because it can get quite confusing, and I just wanted to record it to help others and also for myself in the future in case I forget. So here we have the Korge multiplayer project, and I'll link the repo in the description below. So to give you a visual diagram of what it looks like, we have the Korge multiplayer project like this, so it's the root. And then inside of this project, we have the game logic, which is shared amongst the server and the Korge client. So first off, let me just show you how this works. So first we have this settings.gradle.kts, and inside here it is very important that you include the basically all of the projects that are inside of the root project that we see here. Right, so here we have the game logic, which references the game logic folder, Korge client, which is this folder here, and then server. And then something else that I did here was I needed to specify the plugin management. So here I have the plugin management, and then it references the Kotlin version. So just a note that whenever you see this thing here, what it's doing is that it's saying that there exists a string called Kotlin version, and it exists in the settings delegate. And this refers to your gradle.properties file here. So here you see that there is so here's the name Kotlin version. Then here we see Kotlin version. So when it compiles, it will take a look at the gradle.properties and then map this name to this string right here. And note you don't need any of the quotations. Okay. Alright, so then we get the Kotlin version, and then we set up the plugins here. So we set up Kotlin JVM, multi-platform, and then the serialization. Then you specify the version with the Kotlin version thing here. Something to note is that I get these red lines. I'm not sure why I get them, because like sometimes they'll just go away. Sometimes they're just there, even though it doesn't really cause any issues when you run it. If anyone knows why this happens, please let me know, because that would be great. Then next we have this apply false command. And as far as what I can tell, what this does is that it will only apply the plugins if it's specified in the build gradle.kts for your children projects. Okay, so let me show you an example here. There's this build.gradle here. So in the server directory, there's a build.gradle.kts. And then you see here that there is this plugins. So you see here that there's Kotlin JVM. And notice I didn't specify a version. So as far as I know, when you run the program, this one gets resolved to using whatever version is specified here in the plugin management. So here it would use whatever version was specified here. Same goes with this serialization one as well. Okay, so that is just something to take note of. Also in the build.gradle.kts for the root project, you see here that I apply the plugins, and from what I understand, these plugins reference the version that was referenced in the plugin management here. And you have to do this because in the build.gradle.kts, you can't use the delegate here for some reason. So if you use it here, it will result in some kind of error because it cannot it doesn't have access to the settings delegate for some reason. Okay, so that's just something to note. Okay, and then what else? Oh yeah, right. So before in this diagram, you see here that the server can reference the game logic code. And here's how it does that. So if you go on the server and then build.gradle.kts, you scroll down here to the dependencies. This is how you reference a project that is inside the root module. So you do this project thing, and then you reference the project like so. And it's very important that you have the colon in front of the children project name. In Korge, has its own special way of handling things, so you have to specify it like so. So inside of the Korge extension here, what you would do is you would do project.dependencies.add, and then you have to specify the source name, configuration name, and then you do the same thing. So project and then colon with the name of the project. Okay, so that is how that relationship is being made. Okay, so now let's go ahead and try running this. So when you run it, or when I run it, what I usually do is I go on the Gradle panel, which is this thing here, and then I go on task. So something very important to note: if you run the tasks from under these children directory, it cannot get access to the Gradle.properties. So the version names will fail to resolve for some reason. So because of that, you want to run the task under the root directory. So under the root, there should be a task. I'm not sure what this is called, but task folder. So open this, and this is where you want to be running your stuff. So for this particular project, to run the server, you go on application and then run. And the reason why this is referenced to the server is because in the build.gradle.kts here, we see that there's this application plugin. So that is where that came from. Oh, it's already in use. It's because I'm currently running it right now. I'll go ahead and stop it. Stop this. Okay. So now I'll just close all of this and then rerun it again just to show you. Okay, so this application here is referencing this application here in this plugins. Okay, so now it is running. Great. And then if we want to run the client, we have to go on run and then run JVM. Then it should just work. Cool, so now this is working and we can go ahead and run another one. Oh yeah, by the way, if you try to run another one, it might close your current instance and then reopen it. In order to run multiple instances, you have to go on edit configurations here. And then in the modify options, you can click on allow multiple instances here. So that's how you can run multiple instances of Korge. So now I have 2 instances here, and then it should work as intended. So there are 2 clients here that's connected to the server. Cool. Alright, and just to show you what would happen if you try to run it from the children task instead. So if I go on the Korge client here, task, and then run JVM, it should result in an error, right? So it says it cannot get the non-null property for Korge version. And where is that? Korge version. Yeah, so it cannot access this property, and the reason is because when you're running it from the child, it doesn't have access to that Gradle.properties file that's in the root here. This one that I was referring to. So that is why you want to run it from the root directory task. Okay, so that is basically all of the learnings I've had thus far when trying to get this to work. It took me a long time in order to figure out how all of this Gradle stuff worked. Like over the course of several months, actually, because the first iteration I had was not this clean. And yeah, I eventually just got it working. Alrighty, I think that is all. Anything else I want to talk about? Build that Gradle. This one. Nope, nothing else. So yeah, if you are interested in learning more, just feel free to look at the repo yourself. Thanks for watching, and bye.